right, so one of my loyal supporters sent me this video to react to, which is the stripper strategies on how to seduce men. Let's see what they have to say, whether or not it's toxic, and whether or not I recommend it. All right, and don't forget, people, check us out on Patreon. This video is coming out in a few hours. When you push them away, they start chasing. For $5 a month, you guys can become Patreon supporters, and there you guys will get access to the book club, the Robert Greene videos, and just videos in general that I don't post on this channel. And it's a good way to support the channel because a lot of people message me and they're like, Father Alex, I'm a freeloader. How do I not be a freeloader? I just tell them become a Patreon supporter. All right. Anyways, let's begin with the video.
I think some of us ladies, you know, maybe, especially if you're younger, and I know I remember when I was younger, it was harder for me to be like this because I wasn't as maybe comfortable in my skin as I am now. So sexiness and seduction comes from confidence. A lot of it does. So if you feel fairly confident about yourself, you can definitely learn how to ooze sexiness. Okay?
Well, let's be specific. This is situational confidence because these women, and I say these women not condescending, but they rely on the temporary thing, which is their youth. This type of confidence doesn't last long. This type of confidence will eventually revert into self-loathing, hatred, and almost like a nostalgia for the past. So, you know, like, be aware that this type of sexual confidence can easily turn on you once you hit a certain age, or once your self-esteem hits a certain low, or once men stop reacting to you. And you'll realize, holy shit, that wasn't confidence, right? And again, I say that, you know, I don't say that as me being mean. I say that's just me being realistic. I'm not gonna pause it too much.
Okay. If you feel like you're lacking a little bit in confidence and self-esteem, these things you will need to work on first before you can really work on being seductive. Now, I am going to do some future videos elaborating on this, but I'm going to refer back to a video I did a couple days ago where I talked about why you ladies should never feel ashamed of being a stripper and why being a stripper is so powerful.
Pause. Time out. Pause. Wait. This, my love. Any stripper will tell you that telling people you're a stripper is never a good idea. And what this tells me is that there's a lot of cognitive dissonance and there's a lot of shame behind that. Because any woman that has told people that they do this, they would say, don't do it. Because people will judge you. People will talk bad. Other women will talk bad about you and other men will. You're going to end up on a T app. Like, don't ever tell people that you do that for your own well-being. Don't, okay? Father Alex is here to help, all right? I mean, even the pimp that people think I'm the pimp in that fucking thing, the pimp guy. Like, even that pimp would say not to tell people that shit, man. Come on, man. Like, don't. That's like feminism backwards.
But I really want to reiterate the fact that as a woman, we have so much power that we don't realize. Being feminine is like, I mean, men build nations in the name of women, okay? They build nations, they do great things because of women, okay? A lot of men, I feel like, would still be living in caves, like back in the caveman days, if it wasn't for women. I'm fully convinced that the reason that we have nice places to live, that we have electricity, that we have running water, that we have furniture and all these things is for the comforts of women.
Yeah, that's true. If you notice a guy, well, look at gay guys. I was going to say gay guys don't do it for women. But yeah, it's true. Like most guys, they wouldn't have the need to get so much power, get so much money if women weren't around. Like we'll just go for the base necessities. So I totally agree.
If you think about it, okay? Because men are pretty primitive. So if women weren't around anymore, they would pretty much, all they would care about is shelter, food, and sex.
Basketball, sports, physicality. Don't forget that competitiveness. Like we don't give a fuck if there's women watching. We play basketball. Like I play basketball. So that's one thing. We're going to be competitive.
So, I mean, I guess if you're taking women out of the equation, they would still have to, you know, maybe resort to something else. But let's just say, for example, that if they're just worried about those two things, like just shelter and food, they would probably still literally be living in caves. I really don't think that they would make a big deal about, interior designing and, nice houses and, comfy couches and, all the things that women care about that we do when we want to make a home, like when we have families and children, how we want to, have a nice house and have a place where we can raise our children and a safe place and all those things that men provide to us so we can make something out of it, right? Okay, are you starting to see where the power comes in here? Men are the givers and women are the receivers in the natural order of things. So men just want to please women. They really do. And a really great...
Well, average men of power don't give a fuck. There's a certain amount of power and good looks, for example, that a guy would just assume every woman wants him. You get what I'm saying? So we got to be very careful when we separate them, because some guys are so self-absorbed that they don't think about pleasing a woman. So, and most likely she's going after the guys that have a lot of power. So those guys are different. In fact, I would consider them a subspecies of human, because those guys are so disconnected from reality. Those are the types of people that have islands. Like, they're not even human anymore. They're psychopath. They have no humanity. There's no soul in there.
Way to seduce a man,
Oh, you should look for Saudi prince
in the strip club, is to, like I said before, learn how to give compliments, learn how to stroke his ego,
hey,
learn
Big
how
Daddy.
to make him feel good.
Hey, imagine that. Hey, Big Daddy. Hey. Honestly, I can't do strippers. I'll get scared. They're too dominant for me. I get intimidated. I don't know.
Okay, giving him that fantasy, that role playing, that fantasy woman that he dreams about. So, for example, let's say you come up to a man at the club and you maybe don't even, make too much small talk, but he asks you, "Oh, so what did you do today? What were you up to today?" This is how I would respond immediately, because I'm not one for small talk and talking about dumb stuff or things that are uninteresting and boring. This is how I would go right into this conversation. I would say, "Well, I went lingerie shopping today,
Oh,
and
really?
guess what I got? I got this really nice red garter belt and thigh-high
Here's my money.
Oh my gosh, it's so sexy." And just start, kind of like rubbing on yourself a little bit.
Hey, that works. The rubbing on your butt, that works. Oh my God. Especially when they got big boots, they got like, she's right. She's right. Oh my God, Father Alex is about to throw dollar bills. I don't got bills, man. I got pesos though.
And just like go into detail about how you went shopping for this lingerie. You could, change it up to whatever you want, but something in this realm where, so you're giving him that mental picture, okay? And you're talking it up, like you're, just going on about like the detail of this outfit and how it looks so good on your body. And it was just so lacy and pretty. And you got it, maybe you said, "Oh, I bought one in pink and white too, because I couldn't help myself because it just looks so good on me." And this and that, just go into detail, just, men love that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, this is such a great technique, just one of many that you can implement.
That's very true, especially to the mind of a sex addict. If the men that you're talking to are sex addicts, this works a lot. Oh my God, Father Alex, back pain. Yeah, I know. I just gotta meditate more. But yeah, they're playing a visual image. It's like verbal poetry. So yeah, she's pretty much tapping into the primal things about men. And again, we got to be very specific. The men that go to strip clubs, a lot of them may have sex addictions. So this might work even better than the average guy, and especially with younger guys.
When you're having these conversations, I mean, he will just, and the thing is, they're not going to expect this. You're going to totally catch them off guard, because I guarantee you most of these women, the other dancers aren't talking like this.
Oh, she's talking shit on the other dancers.
Most of them aren't.
Ooh.
Because most dancers still a lot of them have a hard time with this concept. And
let me see. Let me do it. Hey girl. Um, 1 second. Let me try it again. Hey girl, today I went to buy a shirt and oh man, it just doesn't fit sometimes, like it just does. What are you doing at the strip club? Oh shit, sorry. Imagine that shit.
Realize like this is what men are looking for. And if you do it this way, the quicker you will get him to start spending money as well too.
So she's pretty much saying arouse
A
him
lot of times
physically.
if you open up with this kind of conversation, you could get somebody to spend money definitely within less than 10 minutes. It's so easy.
That's
And
crazy.
if you add this in with, I talked about in the last video about outfits that are really popular with men. If you're wearing one of those outfits that I've spoke about, and you incorporate that into um, your delivery, that's just something else you can add to
Let
it.
me see.
It's just
We're gonna look at her page and see what is the outfits that she's talking about because as she's talking, we're gonna see.
the whole package. Okay, you want to be this fantasy at all times, ladies. Like I said, when you start talking about mundane things and talking about your life and asking him boring questions and talking about the weather or something like that, that's not seductive at
Oh
all.
yeah, she definitely got the tiggle bitties. Oh yeah, she's a stripper, people. Oh Lord
Okay,
have
you want to
mercy.
be always in this fantasy world. You want to keep it in fantasy. Okay, so do as much talking about that as you possibly can. Always direct the conversation back into sex or fantasy. Okay, somewhere in that realm. You always want to keep it that way, unless the man is paying you to talk about other things or he's sitting there tipping you and he wants to talk about that stuff. But you can usually judge. Go by what is happening, but you can talk about those things, but just try and always bring it back to fantasy. Don't stay on those mundane topics the whole time. Try and always bring it back.
So it's almost like it's getting out of reality pretty much, and what she's creating is obsession because obsession is a fantasy, and love is a reality. You know what I'm saying? So the guys that will fall in love with her are guys that I'll be honest with you. If a guy falls in love with her, when she opens up, he's gonna lose interest because she knows it. They're interested in fantasy. He falls in love with the stripper, not the woman, right? Because a lot of times they're being objectified, and they don't see a soul in you, right? And I promise you, she hates men or resents men. Hates and resents men because there comes a time when you just get disgusted by men. You just look at them with disgust. And honestly, I'm gonna get really real psychological. That disgust is because she feels disgusted with herself. Because she feels like, I mean, look, I'm assuming a lot, and I try to say this with as much niceness as I could. I'm not trying to be condescending towards strippers, um, but it's a lot of it. A lot of the disgust they feel towards the guys is disgust towards herself. But the ego doesn't let you see that. So it protects you or it protects itself by redirecting it towards the other person, right? So it's like a light, right? A light that's inside of you, and and if you create a hole, the light will shine and project out into the world, right? That's pretty much it. Where you have self disgust, but you're not conscious of it because you're in denial, so you project that out into the world. Um,
Unless it's obviously like a really serious conversation. Maybe he's telling you some really personal stuff or something really bad and he wants to just talk about it. Okay, yeah, fine. But if it's not anything like that, always bring it back to sexy because
so pretty much, again, wait. So they had the default mode is the sex, right? The fantasy, and then she's fluid, right? I'm not kidding. She's like water. She's fluid. Like she's like, this is where I want to go, but if they pay me, if they want to talk about this, then I'll go with it, right? She's pretty much going towards the most common denominator need, which is fantasy. But then some guys need more than that. Some guys just want to talk, right? Some guys just are feel depressed. Some guys don't get attention from women, and she understands that. And so she's almost like coming about it like a fucking Chinese philosopher, right? Just like open to whatever look. I'll be honest with you, when it comes to the stripping game, I think that's the perfect philosophy. She's like water in a stripping game. Like she's like fluid like water. Right?
that you want to keep this role going. Okay, this is what they come here for, and Men absolutely love it. They eat it up, okay? So another thing that helps me get into seduction mode is to always be wearing nice perfume, okay? Perfume is a really crucial
I'll be honest with you, perfume doesn't work on me. Not once have I said, "Oh man, had that perfume." Mm-mm. Well, perfume works with recall, but in terms of me smelling a girl, as long as you don't smell bad, that's no big deal. I don't care. I don't wear cologne. I have like a default, scent. Like I don't wear cologne. So for me, it wouldn't work for me. But again, we're dealing with sex addicts, and so they're very in touch with with visual senses.
step in gaining men's attraction. So men love to smell, and they are really into like how like her
Joe
women's
Biden.
hair, like how your hair smells and just your smooth skin, and they just love to smell nice perfume. So please invest in a really good bottle of perfume and not something you can just pick up at Walgreens or Walmart. Like, get something nice that actually works with your body chemistry. I wear really nice, like, exotic perfumes. I wear a lot of ouds, like oud oil, because it lasts a long time, and it's fragrances that you don't smell every day. Actually, some of the ones I have, I've never ever even smelled those types of things before until I got those, and they work really well with men. I get a lot of compliments on them. So you'll know when a perfume is good for you when you start to get compliments from men. Like you'll start to hear things. And I would
I mean, I mean, look, I don't know what it says about me, but I've never complimented a woman because of the perfume. I mean, that's just me, right? Never. I'm like, oh man, that girl smells so good. No, it's just like, oh, she's a baddie.
say if you give the perfume a couple nights and try it out, and if you're not getting any compliments on it, then I would trash it. Honestly, if you're not getting compliments on new things within a couple days of you trying it out, I would get rid of it, because if men were into it, somebody would have said something after like 3 or 4 days of you wearing it. So that goes for like outfits, anything that you want. I like to say test out that's new. Give it a couple days. If you don't hear anything about it, then trash it. It's usually probably not something that men are finding attractive. So
Oh my
I think
god, those nails to me, toxic. Anytime I see nails like that, toxic. I'm sorry. Like I will, like any, like my okay. No, I'm not gonna say that because she might be watching this video. Effortless Egypt, it's all love, man. But yeah, the whole thing and the toxic vibes. I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not your customer.
that men are finding attractive.
And pink
So
everywhere. Pink that, and then pink. You see that thing in the background? Pink. Oh Lord, she's a color obsessed person. Oh Lord. Wait, she is beautiful from this. Let me see. Honestly, she's not my type. I'm not into the Kardashian look, but she's beautiful though.
I know it sucks because I've gone through many bottles of perfume that I couldn't return for whatever reason, and I would try it for a couple days and not get any like comments
Wow,
about it,
she's
so I would get rid of it.
experimenting.
But then I would find one winner in like every couple bottles that I would start to hear compliments about, and so I'm like, okay, well then this is the winner, so I'll just keep buying this one. So and yeah, even if it's something maybe you don't really like the smell of, but you think a man would like the smell of, or somebody gave you a good review about it, try it and see how it works. So I'm going to keep this video short because I feel like
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting actually. Yeah, yeah. And I like the act of fantasy, creating fantasy.
Law
Oh, 32.
32.
There you go.
Play to people's fantasies. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared for the anger that comes from disenchantment. Life is so harsh and distressing that people who can manufacture romance or conjure up fantasy are like oases in the desert. Everyone flocks to them. There is great power in tapping into the fantasies of the masses.
And that's what strippers do. And it's funny how she is fully aware of her role in all of this, right? In fact, we might do, you know what? Today we're gonna do the People's Fantasy Robert Greene Book Club. So we might post that one in a few days, like in 5 days. So if you guys want to do that, check out our Patreon in 3 hours. We're posting when you push them away. they start chasing. For $5 a month, you guys can support the channel and watch those videos, man. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this, man. You guys be safe.
Do you give off Terminator vibes because you're so masculine? Or do you give off nice girl, creepy, and needy vibes because you're just too feminine? The problem is that both sides suffer greatly in their business life, relationships life, and friendships with family and friends. And if you don't know how to fix that, you will repeat the same pattern your whole life and never escape. Well, guess what? I have a course for you, and it's called The Feminine Woman. It's pretty much a course on how to increase your self-esteem through practical means, not through giving you guys affirmation and wishing that you stop being terminators or you stop being needy and creepy goldfish. No, I'll give you practical things that by you doing this, if you're too masculine, I swear people will say there's something in you. You look more relaxed. You're just more comforting. You become more emotionally open because I teach you guys those strategies. It's a 5-week course. If you're too masculine, you are successful in life, you are successful in business, but you struggle with connecting. And so that course will give you practical things that if you're a Terminator, you'll come out human, people. Like you'll just give off a more relaxed vibe. It's what I did in my life to heal me from my toxic masculinity. It's a 5-week course, and in that I teach you guys how to let go of the past. I teach you guys how to use your feminine energy to influence without being too sexual, which might sabotage you. I'll teach you guys how to use the masculine to be assertive without scaring people off because sometimes it could be too much. It's a course that balances those things out, okay? So if you go Bronx mode, if you're too Beverly Hills mode, I'll teach you guys how to go Bronx mode, or better yet, south side of Chicago type of shit. Well, now you're just a serial killer right there, right? And with this course has a 30-day money back guarantee, and if you purchase it, you guys also get access to the Zoom meditation group where we both meditate, or we all meditate on a weekly basis, and you guys get access to the WhatsApp group. And it's really a good course. If you guys don't like it, just ask for your money back. I mean, you guys can see the reviews right here. A lot of people like those reviews. And you'll see the results. And if you don't see the results, then I'll just give you your money back. Like I'm not gonna scam you guys if it doesn't work, but I know it's gonna work. So you do that now. Don't end up like Frida Kahlo. All right? Don't do that shit. Y'all just think you guys can break my rules and tell people you watch my channel. You can't do that. Okay? So purchase that right now. It's a lifetime. You get lifetime access to that course, and I'll see you guys inside. Take care. Let's continue with the video.